Hi, everybody. Today I have a special guest, Jana Princ, who is gonna educate us about everything sound healing and especially harmonic egg. Yes, I mean the egg, the physical egg. So, uh, Jana, introduce yourself. Like, who you are, and what do you do for people?
Okay. First of all, thank you very much for having me. I'm very excited to have an opportunity to speak about the harmonic egg and what we do here. So, to introduce myself, I am originally been born in Prague, Czech Republic. I moved to Canada when I was about 29 years old. Quickly had two babies, got married, of course, had two babies, and um, lived my life as best I could. But what happened, I became quite ill. I've developed like headaches, migraines, and that led me to a place of healing or understanding that I need to heal or I won't be here, right? And so I've learned over the years, about 20 years ago, I've heard about meditation, I've heard about Reiki healing systems. So that was my entry to energy healing. Then I've learned about sound healing systems. So that was the first kind of introduction of a sound as a healing modality. And then I've done a Eden energy medicine, and that virtually sum up all of the information that I've collected over the years. And I got some deeper understanding why the energy work really, really works, because we are more trained with our analytical mind to have explanation. And I just, because I felt it, there was still a doubt. Well, is it working? Is it not working? So I've learned about all of those systems. And somewhere there, when I started to learn about sound healing system, I've heard about Harmonic Egg, and I found it fascinating and amazing. But it was way too early for me to dive into that modality, or technology. So I let it be on a side, and that about 3 years ago, the Harmonic Egg came back to me, and I've explored what it is really, how I can support my clients. At the time, I've already had my company established, and this October, I've celebrated 2 years anniversary of offering Harmonic Egg to my clients. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. So I'm gonna go a little bit back because like to your beginnings.
Hmm.
When you were struggling, with chronic pain, headaches, and you weren't feeling well, you must have tried, so many different things. So from your own personal experience, what was the difference, for example, from other modalities or whatever you were using, herbs or uh, supplements, I'm assuming, compared to the sound healings? I
Yeah.
want to kind of even myself learn from you, but also explain for people, the effect of the sound, the power of the sound.
Yes. That is absolutely amazing question, because I've even thought about it, how I started and what drew me into energy healing. And because of, and again, at the time, 20 years ago, I just moved to this country 25 years ago. I had my first baby. I moved from Prague to Yellowknife, which is quite a change,
Oh my God.
geographically and also culturally. And so Magdalena was born there. Then I moved shortly after to here, where I live close to Edmonton on a beautiful acreage. And I have another baby. And slowly I've started to deteriorate. My health started to really go down the hill, and I've developed migraines and headaches. And I was absolutely not myself. I lost myself, virtually. And so I was looking, of course, for ways to help myself, but being in high stress, you really don't have a concept that there's something wrong. So us being trained like, okay, you're sick, so you need pills. And I went for that. But even those did not work for me. There are migraine pills, and I've got some of those, and they trigger my migraines. And it was very tasking time of my life, because there was certainly a lot of guilt that I cannot feel better, that there is something wrong that I do, that I cannot help myself. But that's your definition of long-term stress. You're going deeper and deeper to disaster. And at some point, like for me, it was, I really started to feel worse and worse, and almost like my hair was falling, and my skin showed all the, like examples of, or signs of stress. And I got this inner knowing, I need to do something, I need to change somehow, because what is offered to me is not really helping. And so I was not even ready to try herbs. I was so far gone that for me it was like, give me the pills, and hopefully it'll help me. But I would have migraines for 6 days, and then I would have a day or two, which, okay, I felt a little bit better, and then it triggered again. And I think it was my body calling for help, like, pay attention, there's something really wrong, and you need to change, you need to do something different in order to feel different, right?
Yeah.
And so I've had my pivotal experience was with our friend, that he was doing acupuncture. And then he said, come here and we'll help you. And I said, okay, I have nothing to lose by this moment. And I went. And what happened, he said, oh, Jana, like your energy like cuts in your throat, like it's not moving. And I was laughing. I'm like, this is some woo-woo, like it is crazy. Like, what is he trying to tell me? And then he said, would you agree? I will put some needles into you. And I'm like, yeah, sure, do whatever. Because again, like I had nothing to lose. And I know if I will continue like that, I probably will be in a much, much worse stage. And it's harder to come back from that. And so he did his needles. And then I said, I don't feel well. And I virtually pass out. I've never done in my life. I went down like a sack of potatoes, and then I was hearing like come back, and so they tried to revive me, which I came back quickly. But from then on, I was like, whoa, that was awful, and I'll never do it again, because this is our defense mechanism. I'm like, this did not help me. I feel horrible after that. But then I realized I had no headache for a full month. For a
Wow.
full month, I had no headache. I felt better. And that window of opportunity gave me time to really say, okay, this works. There's something that my eyes don't see. There's something bigger and better than what's offered for now. And I was drawn to meditation. I was drawn to Reiki first. And I'm like, there is something for me to discover. And that was when I turned the page, and I really walk in more conscious way and took care of myself, took care of my body, start eating better, paying attention to what my body needs, right? It's a long journey, but where I am today and when I was 25 years ago, let's say 20 years ago, it's completely different understanding and different being.
Yeah. Yeah. And wow, incredible story, truly incredible story. And this journey of healing, so many people give up, right? It's everybody's looking for that shortcut, everybody's looking for something quick. But in reality, it is a journey, because you never know what something could work for your body, how something could actually respond. And you have to keep trying. You have to keep investing on your health. I know so many people sometimes, they cannot afford things, but nature has provided us with every possibility. And doesn't matter how much humans try to keep things under control, there's still so much, free things. Like even this time, this is a free knowledge that we are providing for everybody, and just sharing our personal experiences. So one thing, there are so many people that have hard time understanding the energy concept. Like every time when you talk to people, energy, they think it's a voodoo stuff. So how would you explain to somebody that has no clue what you're talking about when you say energy? Like, do you have any of your ideas?
Yeah.
And I'll help you with that if necessary. I'll share my own experience.
It is really truly quite a new concept. It is a new concept still, and just because I've dive into it some more years than others or sooner than others, but some of them dive into before me, and that's why I have the knowledge, right? Because they've healed themselves and then mastered some knowledge and they offer it to others, so we don't need to be in the darkness anymore. But I just want to say something that you've mentioned. Healing is a journey. Like, we are here on a spiritual journey, and healing is not one and done. Healing is something that continues going or happening for us. And it goes in layers, or some say in onions peel. Like, that's for us to visualize how the healing is happening. And truth to be told, yes, we're not yet ready to heal, because healing is going against our biology. Because for me to heal, when I went for the first meditation, and I was so drawn to it, I'm like, meditate, meditate. I hear I need to meditate. And then they've explained a little bit, and I sat in that space of people being ready to meditate, their experience. And then they said one word. They say, here we surrender. And it triggered me so much. I was ready to cry. I was ready to go, because I'm like, absolutely not. I am not willing or ready to surrender, because the way I survive in this world is to have everything under control. So that is kind of very important to understand, that to heal, we need to get to the space or place in our lives that we feel safe, we feel peaceful, so our nervous system is calmed down, so we can actually surrender, right? And
Yeah.
my first meditation was so horrific. I just thought I'd rather die than do it again. And it was hilarious. They asked us, so how do you feel, and share with us. And I'm like, I'd rather not. And then they went around and they say, no, share with us. And I'm like, well, okay, I will share. And I said, that was the worst experience of my life. And they were so amazing. They said, wonderful, come back, please. You need to come back. And I was driving home and I'm like, as if I'll be there back. But again, there's something deeper, something stronger than we are. Like our physical body, there's a part of us that is spiritual. And so I was drawn back, and that was the real start for my exploring and healing what energy is. So I understand how difficult it is to explain, because everything is energy. And that's why, and so far, everything is vibrating on a specific frequency. So if you tell me that the table is vibrating, I don't see it. But that's the concept. That's the understanding that everything is energy, and everything has
Yes.
their specific frequency. And so the knowledge of those frequencies are helping us in our well-being, are helping us in our healing. So that's why I'm so fascinated by Harmonic Egg, because the Harmonic Egg is using all of the frequencies that are known to this world. Like, it's a resonant chamber, and we're using the frequencies of sound as well as frequencies of the color, right? In a form of waves, of sound waves. And because as human beings, we are 70-80% of water, we are light beings, right? We absorb the light through the eyes, through the skin, and that changing something in our bodies, right? It's reaching to the cellular level. And that is based on the energy healing, that we understand that everything virtually is energy.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And this is something that I wanted to add, because I've tried so many modalities, and personally I respond much better to sound and than any other stimuli. And then I was thinking one day, it's like, why why do I respond to the sound personally? Why do people that I treat, the sound waves, which is shock wave, is just like concentrated sound wave,
Mm-hmm.
why human cells love the sound so much? And it's because when we go back, any explosion that happened in the universe, any vibration, it physically moves our cells. It's not, for example, light. It's very powerful, but it doesn't have that ability of like vibrating the cell.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And one thing is, I'll tell you a little bit my story, and I want you to explain a little bit more the harmonic egg, because I actually had a client from Calgary who told me about harmonic egg. Then I went and tried it at a different place in Edmonton, and I loved it. And what happened is, it was the first first space that gave me the chance, so I can feel the sound, I can feel the vibration, and then it was the light as well, but almost that quietness. It's like a forced meditation. It's the perfect environment to put yourself in that stage. And then recently, and I came in and I saw you, and the experience was completely different. It was 10 times different and better, because you just took it to completely different level, like in every aspect. Like as soon as I came in, the energy of your space, it was like so vibrant, so powerful. And then you obviously asked me for permission, if you can help me, with your experience with other, like just to help me be in my space. And I wanna share this with everybody. About 2 months ago, I lost my voice. I was just working, lost my voice. I wasn't really sick, but then since then, I always felt that I had something in my throat. And during the session, about 20 minutes in, I started coughing, and I could just like kept coughing, kept coughing, kept coughing. And then since that session, that congestion that I had wasn't phlegm. I don't know how to explain it. It's completely gone. And just going back again, it was the power of those vibrations, of that frequency, that actually shook up my cells at that vibration, and cleaned up whatever it was congesting the
Mm-hmm.
cell. So thank you for that amazing experience. And sometimes as a humans, and I try to explain this to every single client after the shockwave therapy treatment, because the healing comes so gradual, so slow. uh, we never feel anything when we feel normal. Normal doesn't give us any symptoms. So especially with energetic world, with energy and with the sound, unless you have something that you can actually touch and compare yourself, even though it helps a lot, you have to kind of think and look backward and see like how much things have changed in your life. Like mood, for a week after Harmonic Egg, I was just on this, doesn't matter what life threw at me, I could handle that. It's just I was operating completely differently.
Mm-hmm.
So just for people that are watching, seeing the video, I can see the capsule, and that's why it's like a shape of egg, right? Like it's a
Yes.
capsule
Yes.
made of wood. Is
Yes.
there a specific wood that is made from?
Oh, I don't like the newer version. I think has oak, but don't take my word for it. I
Okay.
know for me it's important that it is a wood,
Okay.
because it's a natural material. And the
Okay.
creator of the harmonic egg, Gail Lynn, she's a phenomenal lady, and so she's brought up the harmonic egg to this physical universe, to our Earth. um, there's a lot of science behind that, because she's created a resonant chamber following the golden ratio of the numbers of 369. The egg is 12-sided. So again, if you do 1 plus 2 is 3. You are sitting on an 8-sided block of wood, again, in a very comfortable chair that is
Yeah.
reclined to your liking. So you have, we call it like zero gravity chair.
Yeah.
And so the 8 is like infinite possibilities, like 8 is like the figure 8. We use a lot in a healing world, for a lot of things, like to strengthen the auric field or to calm down, to bring the energies to ground. So there's a lot science in this creation. Also, the egg is the most sacred shape in this universe. Life comes from an egg. And
Correct.
so you are, and also inside, so you see 12 sided, there's some kind of edges, but if you inside, it's very smooth. It's very smooth. So
Yes.
it's not like bouncing of each other. So it's beautifully, so the frequency inside of the egg, they say it's higher than 1,000 hertz at some point, like they can measure the eggs. So they created this resonant chamber. So it's just sitting in it, it's like calming down, it's relaxing, right? Even some people may have a little fear about being claustrophobic. Usually I've had few clients and the next session, or I would be closing it softly, because I'm like, it is up to you. Like, we can leave the door open for you to feel comfortable. And trust me, they say, just close it. They feel it's such a comfortable feeling inside, and safe. Actually, you need to feel
Yes.
safe for you to start healing. And then, so combination of that space plus the music we are using, the sound, as the one that we are fascinated and love, it's skillfully composed or created by the musicians that are like Uran, to name one, that are well known about. They have a knowledge how the sound and music affect our bodies. Like what tone or what instrument that create that tone. What are we helping? We can help the harmonic egg. That's why I love it, because we see everybody on a physical level, emotional, spiritual, and mental. So it is not just we are addressing, okay, we're helping somebody with the liver, we're helping somebody to balance their kidneys or heart. It is going deeper. We always connect, or I do my best, and I believe we all do, connect with what is the cause of all that disharmony in the body, because we need to start seeing the body when it's sick or unwell, that there is a dissonance happening in that body, and there comes the sound. There's a dissonance. So it's like orchestra with every instrument having a different tone, and those tones don't go together. And so when we are in a long-term stress, we are in a survival mode. So it's almost like your body is screaming out of tune. And so what the sound in the egg, or what the sound, if you're listening to music, or you go for a concert, or even better, if you sing or if you hum. People used to use the sound in ancient, like, civilizations. We have the proof of that, right? They say the first communication between people was through the flute. People used to
Yeah.
play flute, and that's why that's how they communicate. And so you're sitting in the egg, you recline beautifully, to your liking, you covered, you tucked as a buck, and then we close the door and you're listening to the music for 40 minutes. And of course we set the colors, and those colors together, so it also create the frequencies, and they are reaching down to the cellular level and changing energies in those cells, right? And so after the 40 minutes of the music, when you are naturally brought to almost meditative state, some people fall asleep, some people just wake themselves snoring. It's just like some people just go and travel somewhere, right? So it is very peaceful time when your brain waves are very naturally changed and shifted, or they're shifting itself, right? There's no force behind that. And then after that 40 minutes of music, there's 10 minutes of complete silence. And
I
that
know.
10 minutes are golden, because in that 10 minutes, your body is starting to heal. Because the integration, you have time to integrate of that sound, of those frequencies. And your body is picking up on that, integrating it, and starting the healing process. So virtually, you, the powerful one, we're just creating environment for you to help yourself, to heal yourself, to de-stress, because this is the first place of order. We help people with their nervous system to calm down, to de-stress, and then from then on, you are on that 0 point that you can start healing. You can start shifting the energies and manifesting and helping yourself.
It's interesting because Like I love it when I'm in a session listening to the music. I don't know where I am, when I'm in that stage. But what I love the most about it, where it's like extremely powerful, it's when it becomes quiet.
Yeah.
I almost felt it's like, oh my God, I have the button to shut off any noise that comes to my
Mm-hmm.
head from
Yeah.
inside and outside.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most powerful, personally, what I experienced. That's the pinnacle
Mm-hmm.
moment during the session, when it's just quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Just quiet. And then you go out, the reality hits you.
Well,
But yeah, even with that, it's just like everything is like, especially for first few days after that, it's like,
mm-hmm.
just like you become more responsive than
Mm-hmm.
reactive. Like, and
Exactly.
it's for people that understand that,
Mm-hmm.
it's so powerful. Yeah.
Totally. And it really is to understand deeply, because we somewhat bought into the concept that to be in stress, it's normal. It's not normal. And we are designed, because that's also another kind of like information, we designed to withstand the stress. Yes, but it has to be short term. It is short term
Yeah.
because when we are in a fight and flight, everything virtually to the cellular level is shut down for that moment, because the body understands our biology. We understand that the stress is only going to be short time. I'm fighting somebody or I need to survive. But then in an olden times and days, people were able to go to this homeostatic stage, like to this peacefulness, to the Zen, very quickly, right? But we
Yes.
don't do it anymore. We don't have community to welcome us. We don't have people to share that information, to the experience. What people did actually, after they've been fed, after the experience and welcomed in a tribe or community, they would start singing, they would start drumming, they would start dancing, and all that combination of the sound and of the movement helped our bodies to let go of that stress. But what we do in this modern society, we just build up on it, build up, build up, build up. And it will cost us, because at some point the body has no more resources, energetic resources, to keep going and develop some sickness, some disease. And that's kind of like a warning signal or communication with us to say, hey, slow down, listen. So that's why we say tune into your body, listen to your body, and then you will get some answers. But if we are, run, 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 we're very busy, busy, busy people, because we think we have to be. That's not
Yeah.
true. So yeah.
Yeah, I know it's interesting with many people. What I find, for example, it's if you have a stressful, job place, or you're dealing with a lot of things. When you come home, I know people that have kids, they're busy because there's still demands. And I have 3 kids. I go home, it's another life. And before, after kids went to bed, I would you know take my laptop and probably catch up on emails and things. And then actually I cut that habit. It's like, you know what, there's another day. And if you're healthy, you can actually do better for other people, or whoever is relying on your resources. But if you're not good, then you're not going to be helpful for anybody. So you need that downtime, that quiet time. Like, shut down the TV, shut down the phones. Like, allow yourself, allow your body to calm down.
Yes.
So I wanted to kind of go back to the session, because that's very interesting. There are 2 things when you do harmonic egg treatment. You ask about the intention, and then once you ask for my intention, what is my goal for the session, you go and look at I think like the frequencies or the music, or you pick something for that intention. So what is that? Like,
It's our Bible. Like it's
yeah,
we don't specifically tune into frequencies, and I think one of the reason is because each of us are vibrating in a specific frequency. We are not all the same. We're not, and that's a bit of a misconception also, because people are like, oh, I have to listen to this 432 frequency. I need to listen to 128 frequency. I need to listen. Yes, for sure. Do and listen, but listen and tune into your body. How do you feel listening, or, like being exposed to those frequencies? And so Harmonic Egg is more about tone, like finding a specific tone, because we know where the support goes, right? So everything is delivered, like energy work needs attention, needs intention. There's a new kind of like equation. Then we say frequencies, we have it all here, plus intention equals healing or shifts happening, right? So we need to be conscious. We need to know what is it that we want. And so Harmonic Egg developed many protocols, right? So we have combination of songs and of colors. And let's say people come here, they want to open their heart. So I know this is the music and colors that we can use to help open that heart, to help emotions to move, or transmute, because we say let it go. There's nothing to let go of, right? Like there's only energy cannot be dismissed, like it's only transmuted to the different frequencies. So what we're helping here specifically in my space, I'm helping people to move from the fear, from those lower frequencies of fear and stress, to more to the heart center. You cannot be in both at once, right? You need to
yeah,
be, you're either there or there, right?
yeah,
And so people can come here and say, hey, listen, I have problems with my stomach. So we look how the digestive system can be supported, right? So there's a tons of information, tons of knowledge, colors. We usually follow the chakra system, right? Energetically, the chakras also have the tones, connected to the certain chakras, right? So if you come here and you want to open your heart, work on your forgiveness or some grief, or transmuting some of the pain and heaviness that you've locked inside, because what we've done quite successfully, or we're suppressing all of our emotions and feeling. We not allow ourselves to feel. That's cause of a huge struggle. Energetically, the body works so hard to keep you going when you're suppressing instead of expressing, right? And so I would use your green and pink color, right? And I have music that is composed with the intention to open, to heal the heart. So that's how the
yeah,
Harmonic Egg is operating. So virtually you can come here and say, I have a headache, or I want to be connected to my spiritual self, to my higher self, and then we can support you.
yeah. As you were talking, and for people that understand the concept of energy work and how energy works, it's like there's no further explanation. For people that have hard time to understand how sound works, if you're putting your baby to sleep, or if you're going to sleep, you're gonna sing, a quieter and soothing sound.
Oh yeah, you're
or
singing
or, or
lullaby. Yeah.
exactly. But if you're working out, you're gonna actually, it's completely different music, and then it depends on your mood, you're gonna listen different musics, right? And if
Absolutely.
yeah, I was even thinking, like in olden times, they used the music before they went to war, to on battlefield, to fight,
Definitely.
to
Yeah.
to kind of
You need to boost the
activate,
energy.
yeah,
Yeah.
boost the energy. So it's just
Mhm.
it's a tool, but when you look at, it's a tool with like no side effects, there's no chemicals. it's
Exactly.
it's a tool, that's something that our body's been exposed to since our being in this universe. And then the other thing is, I was just thinking one day, is like how powerful sound is, that even the communication with your baby in the womb, it's the baby hears the sound first
Mm-hmm.
before anything else,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So
It is absolutely powerful when it's used for a benefit of the humans and people.
Yeah,
But I just say for even better kind of explanation what science is behind the sound. And you're absolutely right. When people go to war, they needed like drums and they needed
yeah,
to boost their energies, right? If the baby, the lullaby actually slows down their heart rate, it slows down the
yeah,
brainwave so they can fall asleep, right? It is a music that can help with the pain tolerance, right?
yeah.
To releasing specific to support us and help us. And so back to the science, um, in 1998, I believe, because I love tuning forks as well. That was my
Yes, yeah,
entry to the sound, the world of sound, tuning forks and crystal balls. And so there were scientists, three scientists, I believe it was 1998. They discovered that the frequency of the perfect fifth interval, which is the tone C and tone G, for those who are a little bit more knowledgeable. If not, it's like the first tone of the scale and the fifth tone in the scale. So when you just listen to both of them together, what happens in your body? There's something called nitric oxide cycle. And that
yes,
nitric oxide cycle is essential for the health of our cells, for health of our vascular system. And so that the cycle is completely switched off when we are in stress. The cycle is not existent. And so they've discovered that while you listen, you cannot mimic it. It's only sound can deliver that. Like till then,
yeah,
since then, pharma wanted to create some pill or some creation that will bring the same result, but it's actually just the sound. And you can help yourself at home. You can just get those tuning forks and listen to it in the morning, like boom, boom, listen to the tuning fork, like the perfect fifth. It's a golden ratio. And then your bodies naturally will start creating or recreating that nitric oxide cycle, which is like a gas that goes like 3 minutes up. It mimics
yeah,
parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system function, right? So it's
yeah. And
absolutely
yeah,
mind blowing.
that's incredible. That's
Mm-hmm.
truly incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you typically treat, or what conditions, or who do you help
Okay.
the most?
Yeah, so every center, and it's like given, every practitioner, everybody who has harmonic egg, or everybody who is working with energies will have people kind of drawn to them with specific needs, right?
Yes.
And so I do not see many people who would struggle with the physical misalignments. If they come, they are attuned to, or they already know or understand, or are becoming understanding that this physical misalignment is deeper connection, and deeper connection is emotional health, emotional state, and mental. And so I tend to see people who are ready to heal their wounds, who are healing their inner child, right? Who are
Okay.
ready to kind of transmute their energies from the pain, from the previous traumas, emotional or mental. So that's most of the clients I see here.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
on a spiritual journey already. So
yeah, that's what I sensed when I came to you.
mhm,
And because, and my intention when you asked me, it was to be, grounded and connected, because like last year I used to meditate a lot. I would
mhm,
practice Joe Dispenza meditations pretty much every morning, 45 minutes. And then business world demands everything just take over, and it's very easy
mhm,
to take you out of your regular habits.
mhm,
And so I came with that intention. I wanted to do that. And as I said, you were the one, you delivered that. You were the one that helped me specifically. And that's why probably my experience with you was completely different, because when I did Harmonic Egg, different places, that wasn't my intention. I was already connected. I just wanted to kind of advance my meditation levels. Where here I came for that, and it's wow, this is how things work. There's no coincidence. It's a synchronicity. So it's just like listen to yourself, to your needs, and then
Mhm.
you're gonna be drawn there. And this is what's gonna happen, honestly, with this podcast, like with this episode specifically. People that don't actually believe in this, they're probably already gone. People that are need probably your help, or need
Exactly.
this guidance, or they need this trigger, they're still listening, and wherever they are, they're going to start looking, what is Harmonic Egg, who it is, the person, and they're going to be guided, to go there more. So from the sound wave tools or energetic healing, uh, where does Harmonic Egg fit? Let's say if there's like the highest possible level modality at 10, and then like I know every single one does, different things, but where would you rate this based on your personal experience? How powerful it is?
It's a tricky question. I do not want
Yeah.
to offend any other modality
Yes.
because each modality has its own place here.
Yes.
Each modality, because again, as I said, we are all in a different level of understanding. Our frequencies are very unique and different.
Yeah.
And so if I compare my experience from Reiki, then sound healing, then Donna Eden, and now Harmonic Egg, it somewhat gradually moved to that final, I would say, hurrah moment, because I see Harmonic Egg as top of the line, top of the line. Yet I can say again, we need to go where we are led to for our
Yeah.
needs right now, right? So sometimes people come here and the Harmonic Egg is not for them because we are not
Yeah.
prepared for that. We say you need 5 to 7 days for your body to come back to or create a new normal. We have big recommendations for those 5 to 10 days because a lot is happening in the Harmonic Egg on a support level. But again, because we are supporting you as a whole. I'm not only seeing your need that needs help. I'm not only seeing, like some sickness that needs to be healed.
Yeah.
We are seeing people in their wholeness. And we are not all ready for that. But if I will say without a doubt, I call it's a gift from the gods.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
call it is there's nothing like Harmonic Egg in the market, I can safely say. There might be any other creation that use the sound or they use the light. I think the perfection of the Harmonic Egg also is that I do my best to prepare my clients as best as possible, and then once I close the door, it is not me helping or moving the energies. It is you and the Harmonic Egg. It's almost like a sacred space where
Yes.
you can be yourself. There's no judgment. I am not interfering with your energies. And so that is a pristine healing, I would call it. But again, I say with all confidence, not everybody is prepared for that type of healing. But there
Yes.
are people who are, and that's why I'm so happy and so loving the sound and the knowledge, because more and more people are tuning into modalities like ours. There's still a newbie on the market, to be honest. But
Yes.
people, because we are designed, music is the helpful part of us. We are music. The universe is a music, and so that's why we so well respond. And I see so many transformation. Even you came once and look at your experience. It's just something that needed to be moved and cleared on your
Yes.
throat chakra. It's moved, and it's like 50 minutes of your life that you dedicate
Yes.
to this. I I would just tell everybody bring the harmonic egg as a part of your wellness or self-care. People go exercise, people go, we understand that we need to be consistent to go for these things. We still don't get that this is the same type of self-care. We need to be as much as consistent we can be. The more shifts we're gonna do, the better healing we reach, right? And so I see people with enormous transformations, and it's blowing my mind simply. It's a
Yeah.
humbling experience.
Yeah, and this is what everybody must understand, that healing starts from you.
Yeah.
And that's a very powerful point, because if you don't help yourself, and this is not just like physically, it's like uh you're almost like the gym, like you're the personal trainer, you're telling them what to
Yeah,
do, but you have to
it's
lift the weight.
virtually.
It's like nobody can lift the weight for you, right? So
Exactly. You can
yeah.
yeah, exactly. I've been virtually coaching or guiding people
Yes.
as best as I
Guiding.
can, because I can connect and I kind of can somewhat download the pertinent information, or where I feel that would be the most beneficial. But
Yeah.
again, as you say, the heavy lifting needs to be done by everybody. Like everybody
Yeah.
needs to do their own work, and they take responsibility. So what I love to say, we need to honor the past, because so many people want to like let go of past and forget of past. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing again you can let go of. So honoring
Yeah.
the past, but taking responsibility for today, for now, what I can do, how can I improve my health. And this is a big part of my guiding or coaching, to help people to see what they can do on the regular basis, how they can self-care with more like attention to the energies, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any case, that like any example of any case that you have helped, any miracle that you have experienced? Like you shared your personal story, but with for other people.
Well, you the miracle.
Yeah.
But yeah, well,
Yeah.
I have many clients. Like you can look at the Harmonic Egg reviews or testimonials, and but
Yes.
I can say I have a client. He was here the third session, and every session you can see how it is impacting. Sometimes people just sit here and say, wow, I have no words, I cannot
Yeah.
explain what just happened, right? But you always feel it. There's tangible feeling that happens. And then I've got that really warmed my heart, because he said, like, my God, how I feel now, I felt after being a month in ashram in India.
Wow.
And
Wow.
he spent 50 minutes, he get out of the egg, and he was sitting here completely at awe. And it's like, the destination, the feeling I feel now, it's like after a month of work, meditation in the ashram.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
it's just like I see clients here can come, and they are so devastated, they are so stressed out, and all they can do is just cry. And they something fit, they love the harmonic egg, they love how they feel, and they are ready to start moving the things and energies. And I see them, they are getting promotion, they are reaching their goals, they are moving significantly in their lives. They're just able now to see all the possibilities that are open for them, because they are more peaceful, they are in a more grounded zen state, so they can do things. I had few clients again, like even with a cancer patient, right? They used harmonic egg in cahoots with their other treatments, and they're like out of that, right? Like it's like they're feeling absolutely extremely well, healthy, happy, fully ready to enjoy their lives. So people who've been almost borderline depressed, because there's so much of pain that we locked in, and they slowly been able to calm down their nervous system and start letting, like, transmuting it again, and have the goals that's been before absolutely unseen for them. They would not even think that this is possible, or they would not believe that they are worthy or enough to have a better or healthy life, to be more joyful. Like it's like so it's hard, like it's really like fills my heart. Like that's amazing. Like I see it every day. I see my clients are shifting, changing. Amazing.
Wow. Wow. So Jana, for people, because you're in Edmonton, Alberta, so for people that would come, they would like to come and try the session, where can they find you?
Okay, so I am a bit outside of Edmonton. I am
Yeah.
close to Devon Botanical Gardens on Highway 60.
Yes.
And there is a reason I have my Harmonic Egg on our property, on our acreage, because I felt that's the best setting for all of us, for me, and as well for my clients, because you're coming to the nature. You're coming
Yeah.
out of the city, out of the busyness, out of the craziness, and then you come here, and this is beautiful space full of trees. So you have your session in the days, like good days, sunny days, or good days for a walk. You can go to the Clifford Lee Nature Sanctuary, which is virtually on our road. We walk there all the time. I walk my dogs. It's part of my self-care routine. And so people coming here, they said, we feel the Harmonic Egg already working on us, right? I have so many people coming here and they say, I feel so quiet just entering your space. Or they sit in the egg and they say, my goodness, I never hear my stomach grumbling. And I sit here and we connect and they say, it's just like such a symphony of sounds that the body
Yes.
will
Yeah.
start producing, because the body is getting ready to work, to relax,
Yeah.
for sure. I don't like to use the word work because
Yeah.
it's not a work. It's like effortless, very loving and peaceful session. So
It gets the chance to start healing.
yes,
Like that's yeah. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. So Jana, it's we like we're gonna close the session here with one thing that if there's a one human right now listening to this conversation and they need help, and from your personal experience, what is one tip that would you give them?
It's a little bit stop running, stop being kind of like in this, I call it almost like hysterical mode, because we know deep down we need help, each of us, but we don't know what to do. And I would say just sit down and keep breathing. Just start tuning in it a little bit inside. But again, for my experience, to do that, you need help. You need help, something that you ask for reset, or something that help your body to be more prepared to get better. And so, as we say, there's so much about meditate, and that I would strongly suggest meditate. But you cannot meditate if you are in a high stress, if you are in a survival mode. There's no way you're going to sit and successfully meditate. So if I have powers, I would say everybody come to the Harmonic Egg.
Yes.
Get help your nervous system. And then from then on, there's endless possibilities how you can improve your well-being and health and conscious, like being in a more conscious route of your on a path of your healing or being, because this is a spiritual journey.
Yeah. Wow, this is very powerful, and just to even simplify it more, to add on this, it's like when you're under stress, you're in fight and flight mode. The lion is chasing you, and our nervous system doesn't allow you to stop and meditate if the lion is chasing you, right?
You won't.
so,
It's like, yeah, it's like sitting in a firehouse that is in a fire.
yes,
And
yes,
somebody will tell you, well, to help
yeah,
yourself, you need to meditate.
yeah,
You won't reach that state of calmness and relaxation. So
yes,
again, trusting that I've learned a lot through the Reiki. I healed a lot through the Reiki, but it is a longer, you need more time to get there.
yes.
And
Yeah.
so using frequencies is getting you there faster. It's saving your time and money and energy. because the way how you're gonna feel after session, the body will register and will want to go there naturally, and so we'll be more willing to create that shift, right? Because like again, like your fight and flight, your need to survive is there, and it costs you a lot of energies. Seriously, it is very, very tasking to keep going while under the stress. It's much better to give it a try, you know, like come and experience this and you'll see for yourself. Like we say, like experience is worth of 1,000 words, right?
Hey, I just got whatever you want to call it. We're gonna typically end, sessions. There's like an outro music, or we want to thank everybody, for staying with us until now. But let's give whoever's listening there 30 seconds of peace, so they can still be part of listening this episode. But we talked so much that we need a break. So wherever you are, don't move to the next episode. Don't subscribe. Don't touch anything. Just give yourself some peace, right? So
Phenomenal.
yeah,
I second
yeah.
that.
I'm just trying to give them, a taste of like shut down. You don't have to like anything. You don't have to call Jana right away. You don't have to make any decision. Just take a break, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully this was enough break for everybody, wherever you are,
Yeah.
to
It's a
enjoy some
start. It's
peace.
a start.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Jana, thank you very much again for what you do for people, for humans, uh, with your heart, with your experience, with your tools.
Well,
So,
thank you very much for having me. Yeah, and
yeah,
allowing me or letting me talk about
yeah,
this magic of harmonic egg.
yeah. Honestly, anything that can change one human life, we're gonna bring it here and we're gonna share with people wherever they are.
Awesome. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye-bye.